Some fun facts about Einstein. 1. One day, a colleague asked Einstein for his telephone number. Einstein took out a book and started looking for it. Surprised, his colleague asked, "What's this? You don't even remember your own telephone number." Einstein replied, "No, why should I? Why waste my brain power memorizing something that can be found in a book?" 2. As a child, Einstein was a very late talker. His parents were quite worried about it. One evening at the dinner table, little Einstein suddenly shouted, "This soup is too hot." His parents, relieved and astonished, asked, "Why didn't you speak before?" Einstein calmly replied, "Because everything was fine before. The soup was never too hot." 3. Once Einstein was traveling by train. When the ticket inspector came, Einstein started searching for his ticket but couldn't find it. Recognizing him, the inspector said, "Sir, I know who you are. You must have bought a ticket. No need to show it." Einstein, looking worried, replied, "No, I must find it. Otherwise, how will I know where I'm going?" 4. When asked to explain the theory of relativity in simple terms, Einstein said, "Put your hand on a hot stove for a minute, and it feels like an hour. Sit next to a beautiful woman for an hour, and it feels like a minute. That's relativity." 5. One day, Einstein returned home and knocked on the door. His wife, thinking it was someone looking for Einstein, shouted, "Einstein is not home." Hearing this, Einstein simply turned around and started walking away. 6. Charlie Chaplin once invited Einstein to the screening of City Lights. As they walked through the streets, a huge crowd gathered. Chaplin said, "People love me because they understand me. But why do they love you?" Einstein smiled and replied, "Because nobody understands me." 7. One evening, the director of Princeton University received a call. "Can you please give me Einstein's home address?" Annoyed, the director replied, "Einstein's home address will not be shared with anyone," and hung up the phone. A little while later, the phone rang again. The voice on the other end said, "This is Einstein speaking. I forgot my home address. Could you please tell me?" 8. The Queen of Belgium once invited Einstein for a visit. On the appointed day, a fleet of royal cars waited at the train station to escort him to the palace. But Einstein was nowhere to be found. The cars returned to the palace without him. Later, Einstein arrived at the palace on foot, playing his violin. The Queen, feeling embarrassed, apologized, saying that the cars had gone to pick him up but couldn't find him. Einstein replied, "I deliberately avoided them. If I had taken the royal cars, I couldn't have walked through the city like this, playing my violin and enjoying the sights like an ordinary person." 9. Einstein's theory of relativity made him both famous and controversial. Many people, including scientists, struggled to understand it. He frequently traveled to give lectures on the subject. Since his speeches were often repetitive, his driver eventually memorized them. One day, on the way to a seminar, the driver jokingly said, "Sir, I have heard your lecture so many times that I can recite it perfectly. May I pretend to be you and give the speech?" Einstein, always up for fun, agreed. So the driver took Einstein's place on stage, while Einstein sat in the audience as his driver. The driver delivered the lecture flawlessly. At the end of the seminar, an attendee asked a complex question. Without hesitation, the driver replied, "Oh, that's a very simple question. Even my driver can explain it. Let's ask him." Thanks for watching. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to Widescope for more diverse content. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Also, please suggest ways I can create better quality videos so that I can provide you with even better content in the future.